speaking of superheroes, now it's time to get to our featured story of the night. All right. Now we're getting towards the end of our show, so now it's time to talk about our featured story. And I want to talk about the Flash trailer that came out, because finally we see some footage of this movie. Because
we have 5 minutes for this, Brian.
We got 5 minutes.
Let's push it. Come on.
We're at the end here. So the Flash trailer came out during the Super Bowl. They finally showed something besides the little clips we had before. It's been a long time building up to it, and I gotta tell you, I'm pretty excited about it. I think it looks pretty awesome. I mean, Michael Keaton is Batman, everybody. And like the fact that he's back and he's back this big, even that shot in the trailer where like zooms into him and it's like, and they're like, oh, who are you? And he's like, I'm Batman.
You know? Are you a little excited, Brian? Did that excite you?
Everyone's excited. Are you not excited?
No, it's incredibly exciting. I'm just amazed that Brian is like, Michael Keaton right off the bat. Like I thought you would try to,
no, I'm right into it.
Right, yeah, go for it.
I'm right into it
too. I'm excited.
No, this movie, like the trailer itself, I mean, you pretty much have the whole plot from this trailer. They pretty much gave you the whole plot.
I'm Batman too.
Rachel,
geriatric Batman. Yes. There's definitely going to be some CGI because you see him flying through the air and shit. And I'm like, Michael Keaton's not doing that shit.
Have you ever read the Dark Knight, Rachel? Like that's straight up geriatric Batman. That's what it is, and it's great. It's widely regarded as the best fucking Batman graphic novel for sure.
Yeah, and he's Michael Keaton. The fact they got him, I remember when this was first announced, like during COVID lockdowns, they're like, Michael Keaton's coming back to be Batman. And I fucking lost my mind. And then it was supposed to be where he would be taken over pretty much. He'd be Batman across the whole thing. And now it's not going to be because, they're changing everything. So this will probably be like a one and done for Keaton. We'll never see him again being Batman. But hopefully it's like a good send off for his character. The Batwing's back. He's flying through the fucking air. I mean, it looks really, he's like, hey, Batman, what do we do? What do we do, Batman? What do we do? Gee Willikers, Batman.
He's flying through the fucking air.
I mean, and then the Supergirl looks cool to me too. Like, I'm like, that looks awesome. Yeah. The fact that, bringing Zod back, bringing Michael Shannon back.
Michael Shannon, I know. I was like, this motherfucker.
You're a big fan of the old school Superman movies, Brian. You must be really happy to see Zod.
Yeah, I mean, that's really cool. And I loved Man of Steel. I thought that he played a great Zod before. And the fact that they kill him off, everyone went crazy about because, Superman doesn't kill. And Henry Cavill killed him. But now he's back. So I don't know if they're going to reset something somehow to keep him alive. It would be awesome if they did. I bet they kill him off again. But it'd be great if they keep him because he's so fucking good at Zod. He really is. He's an awesome Zod. And Michael Keaton as Batman. That's all I can keep saying. And even Ezra Miller. When I saw this trailer, I'm like, okay, you're right. You can't recast Ezra Miller and reshoot this movie because as you're watching the trailer, he's playing so many characters. They show like he's like skinny as hell, like not eating a piece of bread in like 12 weeks. Ezra Miller. You got, Barry with long hair. You got, I don't know. That's Mike. Jump in there. What?
If you can remind me next time I begin to commit a highly visible series of crimes, please just remind me to have $350 million invested in the project that I'm currently working on so that they can just steamroll whatever little kind of police drama I'm having at the moment and just kind of have a little bump over that so everybody can just forget about that. So because that's what's going to happen because we had the drama bump before the Super Bowl bump and these movies. Like, they had already invested too much money. Sorry to even talk about this because I'm sure you spent way too much time already even talking about it, but freaking good for Ezra Miller. Like, yeah, I wish I had that much money invested in me, 100%.
And like, honestly, when I was watching Ezra in here, I'm like, okay, this makes they're such a good Flash. They're such a good Flash. Mm-hmm. And that's the end of the day. As James Gunn said, this movie is fucking awesome. That's what he said. And I'm like, well, it looks pretty cool to me. I don't know. It looks like it could be a lot of fun. Like, again, you probably get the whole trailer, but it's like the whole premise of the movie minus like sans the end. And there's still a rumor that there's another Batman at the end. That you see that there's going to be Batfleck. Yeah, Batfleck's in it. Oh yeah, Keaton's in it.
Saw Batfleck. Saw Keaton.
But there's a big
all up in it.
I know, but there's a big rumor that
I saw Tim Burton wearing the Jack Skellington suit.
You did hear Danny Elfman, though. You did hear Danny Elfman. How dare you talk shit about Tim Burton, but you did hear Danny Elfman.
That wasn't talking shit. That was me being happy. They're totally different.
Little bit.
And they went back to shoot the original Wayne Manor from the original Batman and Batman Returns. They went back to the original set. So all that stuff is like just, it's cool. They did back that. Apparently that line movie, you want to get crazy? Let's get crazy, where that line is. He says that too in there. Also, I'm saying that at the end, there's a rumor going around. There's one more Batman at the very end. And they put up like, I guess everyone's been putting up online, like 3 Batmen. Val Kilmer, George Clooney, or Christian Bale. And they said one of these 3 is at the end. Okay, guys. Val Kilmer's not going to be in it. We know that.
Clearly.
George Clooney, not going to be in that shit. So I can't see Christian Bale coming back. But that's the rumor that at the end, Christian...
It's going to be Christian Bale or Battinson.
Throw Keanu Reeves in the bat mask just for a trailer, just to make the internet explode.
Or Will Arnett. Throw Will Arnett in the actual Bat cast because he did all the Lego ones.
No.
He was Lego Batman. Why not? Throw him in that shit.
He's also Batman in the Harley Quinn.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Sabrina, what do you think about this trailer? Did you like it? Are you excited about the movie?
I secretly loved it. It was super interesting, and I feel like, I mean, I know Ezra Miller has caused a lot of problems, but I've said this before, and I stand by my original opinion. I think he did a really good Flash. He had a good balance of like comedy and newness and like not knowing what the fuck is going on and learning on the job. Like I believed him, and I was with him, like in the whole Justice League situation. I preferred him in the Snyder Cut, obviously, because there was much more time spent on him as there was with all the rest of the characters. I know he's had a lot of issues, but I really do like his acting, and I really do like his Flash. And I think that him playing 2 characters, like if there's someone that has to do that, I feel like he is the person, because he probably is 2 people in real life also. But the whole Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck situation, I'm in love with. I am also in love with the fact that it's like the beginning of like a multiverse situation in DC. And I'm also really, really excited about the fact that like they somehow think they can reset the timeline. I want to know what that means. Like, I want to know what that looks like. I want to know if I believe it. Like, I love James Gunn, and I hope he's doing the right fucking thing. But I want to see what that looks like. I want to see what that means. I want to see if I believe it, basically. I think it looks great.
See, there's the thing with Lexi's saying, like, that's the problem, though. People probably won't go to see this, though, regardless if they're excited about Keaton and stuff.
Come on,
because of Ezra.
The main
that could happen.
No,
Mike, do you think that's going to affect sales?
Michael Keaton is in it. Everyone's going to go see it.
Is that going to affect sales, though, Mike? What do you think?
No, come on. I mean, does the number of people that are tuned into TMZ compared to the vast swath of advertising that Marvel is doing, like, it doesn't even compare. Like,
it's DC, buddy.
Your dude on the street has no idea that there's any problematic behavior concerning Ezra Miller at all. And I mean, at that point, as far as I'm concerned, like, we haven't seen we've seen indictments. I don't think we've seen anything other than indictments and possibly a
$500 fine.
$500 fine. There you go. Exactly. Like, so
I paid that for a carpool ticket 5 years ago, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Man,
and
they're apparently getting help.
Tickets in LA County are they are no joke.
Yeah.
But
no, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give Ezra the benefit of a doubt for the time being. It definitely seems problematic, but the question is not really about their behavior right now. The question is, how does this movie look? And number one, to the person on the street looking at this Super Bowl trailer, they don't care at all. Like, they see that, they're like, oh man, this is DC coming, actually trying to get into the multiverse
stuff.
Which they started. I mean, Crisis on Infinite Earths is that's a whole
huge
DC property. Yeah, like what? And the Flash has been, if you're like me and you're up late at night searching on the internet whether or not Darth Vader could beat Iron Man, you would know
what?
that you would know that the Flash is widely regarded to be the most powerful, like one of the most powerful beings in the DC universe because they've got that.
I'm gonna pause you, Mike. I'm gonna pause you for 1 second. The next time you come on, we're gonna have to have a very serious conversation about what you just said. I need to have a very serious conversation about Darth Vader and let's just put a pin in that and make sure we bring it back next time, please.
Let's put a pin in Cruise Control as a whole IP reality, and we'll just divert into battles of
I literally need to know. I need to know all the things behind what you
I've
just
watched
said.
those superhuman beatdown shows. You ever watch those superhuman beatdown shows where they actually pit two people against each other like that?
Here's the secret, Sabrina. It's all pretend.
That may be. I need to know the reasoning behind who beat who. Like I need to know this world. I have to know.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But regardless, you're probably right, Mike. Regardless, if this should not do well because of all the trouble that it's caused, or that Ezra's caused for DC and for Warner Brothers, the thing is, end of the day, people will just see Keaton in there and just go see it and not even care. A lot of people.
That's the thing. But if they support it and they support it with their advertising dollars, it doesn't matter what news outlets are saying. It's being pushed. Really, Marvel has control over whether or not people give a shit about it.
To me, it's really unfortunate.
It's not Marvel. It's DC. Fucking Mike, I corrected you twice.
Yeah. For me, I'm still
same thing.
It obsessed me because I thought this was, when I heard about this initially, I was like, oh, this is great. They're actually pushing the boundaries towards comedy, but bringing back the multiverse characters and tying it together. I was really excited about this movie from the get-go. Then when Ezra started having all these problems and all this stuff came out in the news, I'm like, well, what's going to happen with this movie? Well, it's coming out regardless. I'm happy people get a chance to see it. I just hope that it doesn't affect sales because of everything that they've caused and the problems they've had for Warner Brothers.
You just had the discussion with this about the Michael Jackson biopic that
I know.
Out with. It's the same thing.
Oh my god, he said biopic. I can't.
Biographical picture is
biopic. Biopic.
You're right. You're not wrong.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
It is weird. But
it's a 50-50. Some people say biopic and some people say biopic, but it drives me nuts.
It is very true. If we're going back to the Latin and or Greek roots, because I don't know which is correct. I mean, biopic is right? But it doesn't sound right, and my ears are the ultimate.
It all sounds weird. It all sounds weird.
Ultimate figure about that. But it's the same. It's the same thing as the Michael Jackson biographical picture situation, right?
It's true. There's going to be people
that's happening now. The real question is if there are people that are being victimized, that shouldn't have been victimized, in the current situation. We don't have to keep talking about that. Whatever,
but it's true though. But it is true, Mike. It is true. There are problems here because of everything that Ezra's caused for Warner Brothers. There's problems. There's going to be controversy, just like the Michael Jackson story. There's going to be people that are hardcore against this movie.
I think what Ezra Miller did is on a very, very small scale in comparison to what you're trying to compare it to. I feel like the amount of people, like you originally said, that are even aware of Ezra Miller being a menace is microscopic in comparison, and I think that a whole generation of people who grew up with Michael Keaton being Batman are going to be like, fuck yes, I'm going to go see this movie just for that. Let alone that, they could give a fuck less about Ezra Miller or what the Flash is even doing. They're like, fucking Michael Keaton is back. Is literally arguably the best Batman ever. Who is not going to go see the best Batman ever in a fucking movie? Even if he's in it for a little bit, who cares?
He looks good in that Batman suit again. He looks good.
He sure does.
He looks better than ever.
Sure motherfucking does. Okay? I'm just saying, as an old bitch who saw the original Batmans, I'm so excited to see Michael Keaton as Batman. I know this is unpopular, really like Ben Affleck as Batman. So I'm feeling very, very good about this. I'm feeling really good about it.
You wait till Clooney appears at the end. If Clooney pops up, I'm going to laugh my ass off. It's not going to happen. I would like with the bat card. If he pulls the bat card at the end, never leave home without it. I would laugh my ass off. They could have. They had Keaton with Batgirl. That was a thing.
Didn't they?
I was hoping this would lead towards Batman Beyond. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
That they wound up scrapping.
They scrapped it,
Yeah,
but he was in that
he
too.
was in that.
So because it was supposed to be a whole plan where he was to be Batman again, and it was supposed to lead towards like a
I'm
Batman
glad
Beyond
he's still in
type
this,
world.
though. I know.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Hey,
It'd
we
be
had the
good to
movie
see him
done.
back.
Just roll it up, crumple it up, throw it away. Who gives
Throw away,
shit?
call it a day.
Jesus.
You know.
Yeah.
They said it was too CW, so that's why they didn't release it. Brendan Fraser was just on.
Put it on the CW.
Oh,
then.
he
Let
was in it
CW
too,
release
right?
it.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser was the bad guy, and he actually
Right?
just in an interview saying how much he enjoyed doing it, how it looked cool, and his character was like a soldier who like going through some PTSD, and he was like just blowing things up and killing people because he didn't get his benefits. Apparently, that's what the character was. So it was like real, but
He
you
didn't get
have
his
sympathy for him.
benefits?
Yeah. So it was a whole thing.
I'm loving Brendan Fraser
does
these
that
days.
mean?
Like I'm
Yeah.
so hard.
Well,
I had no idea with him and Batgirl. Wow.
Yeah, there was gonna be. Well, they cut him off from all of his money, so he had no money after serving.
So that was the prequel to the whale, then, right?
I guess it was.
But
Apparently.
Batgirl will never see the light of day because they did take a tax write-off, so they can never release it theoretically because it can never come out now because they got their money
Rude.
back for the movie. Yeah,
We'll see it. Somebody will leak it at some point. It'll be great.
maybe
Yeah,
eventually,
that's
but
true.
it's not even finished too. They didn't finish the special effects for it, so you know, I mean, they have to take and spend probably. They said it was like 30 million more or something like that to finish it. So
or a bunch of bored nerds that don't have jobs.
yeah, we'll grab them.
to finish
Got
Like,
it.